Hello everybody, welcome back to Rationally Speaking. I am Martin Turner. This is my colleague and co-host, Stuart Carrington. In REBT, we really have 8 to 10 beliefs.
Okay.
I'll explain that. We have 4 or 5 irrational and 4 or 5 rational. If we say there's 4, then I can show you where the fit is.
Okay.
Because, obviously you can have hundreds of beliefs because these can be iterated.
Yeah.
You can demand hundreds of things, but the core...
They kind of fit into schemas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the core belief would be the demand. So we call it demandingness. The transference of a want into a must. Transference of a preference into a demand. Because I want something, I must have it. Mm-hmm. I want this and therefore I must. That's the demand.
Yep.
It's not just I must or I have to. It's always based on a preference. If it's not based on a preference, then it's not demandingness in REBT. Second one is, it's not second in a sense that it's secondary.
In a chronological order.
Yeah, I'm just covering it second.
Yeah.
Awfulizing.
Okay.
So it's not just bad, it's terrible. It's not just bad, it's the worst thing possible, the worst thing imaginable.
Yeah.
Similar to catastrophizing, but different. Catastrophizing is a cognitive therapy term, and it means you're inflating the badness.
Okay.
Awfulizing is you're inflating the badness to the most extreme level, so it's the worst thing imaginable.
Right.
It's not just worse than you think, it's the worst thing possible.
Right.
And then it's frustration, intolerance. So I can't stand it, I can't tolerate it. I'm completely intolerant of this discomfort, this frustration, this setback.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fourth one that I think splits into 2, and we have empirical reasons to say that, is global evaluation. Seems to split into 2. Seems to be depreciation and conditional worth. Depreciation, I'm a failure, I'm a loser. But also, the conditional worth bit is, if I fail, I'm a failure.
Yeah.
My worth is contingent upon or dependent upon my actions, my behaviour, to the extent that I can act in a way that diminishes my worth.
Yeah.
Or to the extreme towards depreciation, I can act in a way that makes me worthless, completely devoid of value.
Yeah.
So those are the 4 or 5 irrational. Now, counter to that before... Otherwise, we'll
we really will. Yeah, go on. One thing very quick about the conditional worth, just because I think some people might have gone, oh, hang on. You said, if I fail, I am a failure.
Yes.
Right, that sounds, and I get this, on a superficial level, that sounds true.
True, yeah.
But I think we can say here is, if you fail, it doesn't mean you are a failure. Why would I allow one action, why would I allow one event to define me globally in its entirety? So it's not true. It's true to say, if I fail at this exam, then I failed that exam.
Yes.
That's true, but it doesn't make me a failure. Similarly, if I pass the exam, it doesn't mean that I am a success in everything I do.
Well, yes, that's true. Where would the problem is with what you said there? Not problem, because I agree, but the problem could be, well, how can you base your perception, how can you base your evaluation of being a complete failure on one failure?
Yeah.
What if I always fail? Right. What if every time I've attempted this I've failed?
Right.
Well, the problem with I am a failure is that I am.
Yeah.
The only thing you are is human. So Ellis tried writing in a style...
Is it E prime?
E prime.
Yeah.
This is where that conjugation of the verb, you just get rid of that. So removing that from our language would make lots of sense when it's attached to things that are based on essentially behavioural consequences. Yeah. What I mean there is, I am a human being isn't based on my behaviour.
Sure.
It's based on what I am.
Yeah.
I am a failure is based on a behaviour of having failed. I am anxious is based on me feeling anxious. Yeah. The idea, the sentence, I am anxious, doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
How can I be anxious? I can feel anxious. I can experience anxiety. be it. So this idea of to be, I am something, that's a problem in our language, and in other cultures and languages, they found a solution to that, not for emotional reasons, but for other reasons. But we can talk about that at a different time. So for me, it's not the idea that, oh, I failed once, so I'm a failure. That's why it's irrational. That could be part of it, but it's more that you can't legitimately say I am anything other than I'm a human being. And when you say that, it brings with it fallibility and failure, and therefore you having failed just shows that you're human.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
But so if we move forward slightly then to rationality counters the irrational. It's not opposite to the irrational; it just counters it. So demandingness becomes preference. But it counters the demand. So it's not just I would like to succeed. It's I would like to succeed, but I do not have to. But there's nothing saying that I must. So it's I want to do something, but I don't have to. I want this thing, but I don't have to get it. There's no must. Secondly, we have anti-awfulizing. So again, it's not. It's in the title there, anti-awfulizing. It's recognising that it's not awful. Yes, it's bad. It's inconvenient that I've not achieved what I want to achieve, but it's not terrible. It's not the end of the world. It's not the worst thing imaginable. So, and then thirdly, frustration tolerance instead of intolerance. Again, it's not ideal. It's inconvenient. It's painful. It's tough, but I can tolerate, and the evidence of that is my continued existence. Now, this is where we have to be careful a little bit, because if you're in a situation where, say, something really bad is happening to you, say there's an abusive situation going on, what we're not saying is you can tolerate it, so you should tolerate it.
Yeah.
This isn't a statement of intent. It's a statement of confidence. I can tolerate everything that doesn't kill me. Whether I choose to tolerate it or not is up to me.
I love this empowerment aspect of this. We would maybe kind of divert away from I can't tolerate it to I can tolerate this. I'm choosing not to.
Yes.
I can tolerate you being rude to me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to choose not to tolerate it.
That's right. Yeah. But
now it's adaptive.
But say I've been rude to you, you already have tolerated it. Because there's a temporal dimension to it.
Okay.
You have tolerated it. What you're saying is I won't tolerate it in the future.
Sure.
But you will, because I'll do it again.
Yeah.
And yes, you might hit me afterwards, but you still tolerated it.
Okay.
So this is why this thinking about REBT only happens when all you think about is REBT. Because hardly any of this is written.
Yeah.
Anywhere. This is me thinking so critically about REBT that I'm trying to find the holes in it. Yeah. And you will find holes in it because it's theory. But it really got me thinking, hang on, I can tolerate it. But surely that's there's ways in which that could be unhealthy. But can doesn't mean will.
Yeah.
Just because I can tolerate something doesn't mean to say I will choose to.
Sure.
And that's where the individual has to think carefully about what they choose to tolerate. Some things you choose to tolerate, and it makes sense to do it because it strengthens you and it builds your tolerance. But there's some things that you legitimately wouldn't and arguably shouldn't tolerate. I'm using the moral should there.
Yeah. That's a really important feature, by the way, of
it is.
I really like the moral
should. And then the fourth is so again the fourth splits into two, fourth and fifth, unconditional self-acceptance. So just because I failed doesn't mean to say I'm a failure. What does it mean? It means I'm just a normal, fallible human being. Okay, so that's the anti-depreciation style of belief. But then you've got the non-conditional self-worth. My self-worth, the worth of others, the worth of the world is not contingent upon, not conditional to what happens in the world or what that person does to me or what I do or don't do. My worth doesn't change if I act poorly. My worth doesn't change if I fail or succeed or if I act well. My worth doesn't move around. And there's two positions of worth that Ellis writes about. One is a very extreme position, which I think we've spoken about on the podcast, and one is a less extreme position. The first is you are worthwhile because you exist as a human being, which is quite a Christian position, really. Maybe other religions share that stance, but you're worthy because you exist. The second position is it doesn't make any sense to speak about human value because we're not commodities. You just are. You're not valuable. You're not worth anything. You just are. You exist, and that's it.
There's a scale again, by the way.
Yes,
Right,
exactly. Yeah, that scale's there again, isn't it? I prefer the extreme position because I like where that sends us, because it means you no longer do you have to view the world or other people on any kind of value or worth scale. It's like, well, none of us are worth anything. We're all the same. Or you can say we're all worth something because we exist.
Yes.
Both get you to there or thereabouts. But I like the idea of not thinking about value in human beings at all. We assign value. It doesn't make sense for us to assign our own value.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We didn't create ourselves.
Makes perfect sense.
So that's the 10. I mean, usually presented as 8.
Yeah.
But I'm presenting them as 10 because I'm seeing in the data that we have that there's a separation, and depreciation seems to be the real dangerous part of that mixture.
Yeah.
The conditional self-worth, yes, it's problematic and it can lead to depreciation, but in of itself, it might not be as damaging as saying I'm worthless or I'm a complete failure.
Yeah.
To say I'm a complete failure, where do you get your self-confidence from? That's the from a performance perspective.
Sure. If
I'm a failure and that's how I define myself, then how do I mount the next assault on this thing I'm trying to do, because I'm going in with no confidence because I just fail because I'm a failure.
And this is where an intervention might be helpful to help illustrate that for the participant.
Yes. Yeah.